Certainly. Here's the full 3,000-word English story about the largest diamond mine in the world, written as a continuous narrative without labeled parts. Title: The Heart of the Earth. In the frozen expanse of eastern Siberia, the wind howled across a land of permafrost and silence. Towering pine trees stood like ancient sentinels around the town of Mirny, their snow-covered branches whispering secrets to the stars. The town existed on the edge of the Mir diamond mine, an open wound carved deep into the Earth's crust, a monstrous pit almost a kilometer wide and over 500 meters deep. They called it the Devil's Eye. From space, the open pit mine looked like the Earth had been stabbed with a cosmic spear, and for many years it had been silent, abandoned, or so the world believed. Arlo Voss stepped off the rusting freight plane that landed awkwardly on the icy runway, his breath curling in the air. He was not the kind of man to chase wealth. A geologist by training, he had spent his life listening to the language of stone, and now he had come to hear a story buried deep beneath the earth. The letter had been brief. Come find the heart. Attached were GPS coordinates that pointed directly to the center of the Mir mine. For decades, rumors had circled about a diamond like no other, flawless, ancient, and impossibly large. A diamond, some said, was still growing beneath the earth as though alive. They called it the heart of the earth. A man named Mikhail Petrov met him at the edge of town. Grizzled, broad-shouldered, with eyes like granite, Mikhail was a relic of the mine's glory days. "You should not be here," Mikhail said flatly, his Russian accent thick. "They closed the mine for a reason." Arlo smiled faintly. "The earth never closes, Mikhail. It only waits." Mikhail grunted, spitting in the snow. "You believe the stories." "I believe in facts wrapped in fiction," Arlo replied. "And I think there's a truth buried down there." The descent into the Mir mine was not easy. The elevator systems had long since been dismantled and much of the infrastructure had collapsed into ruin. But Mikhail had access. He knew the tunnels, how they twisted like veins under the earth's skin. He had worked those shafts for 30 years before the mine was abandoned. As they descended by rope into the pit's edge and then followed old catwalks into the blackness below, the world grew silent. No wind, no voices. Only the sound of boots on iron and the distant groan of shifting stone. "Years ago," Mikhail said, voice echoing, "we hit a vein, not like the others. It was wrong. The diamonds were still warm when we pulled them out. And one of the miners, Vasya, he touched a piece and went blind." Arlo raised an eyebrow. "Thermal diamonds, that's scientifically impossible. So is a gem that glows," Mikhail muttered. "But we saw it, we called it the heart." The shaft opened into a vast underground chamber. Arlo paused, his flashlight sweeping across collapsed support beams and rusting machinery. The walls glittered faintly with embedded stones like stars trapped in the rock. Mikhail gestured toward a narrow fissure near the back. "That's where it is," he said. "No one goes beyond." But Arlo did. The passage narrowed, forcing him to crawl on hands and knees. The air grew warmer, unnaturally so, and his flashlight flickered. Then he entered a space unlike any he had seen before. It was a dome, perfectly round, as if carved not by man but by something ancient. And there, suspended in the center, was the diamond. It floated, not fully disconnected from the earth, but rising from a single needle of rock. The gem hovered like a drop of water about to fall. It pulsed faintly with a blue glow. Arlo approached, heart thudding. It was the size of a man's head. No cracks, no flaws. Inside, the gem seemed to contain swirling lights, patterns like galaxies. Arlo had studied thousands of diamonds in his life, but this was something different. He reached out, fingertips grazing the surface. A jolt ran through his arm. His mind exploded with images, rushing magma, shifting plates, the scream of tectonic forces. He saw the Earth not as a planet, but as a living being, its blood made of molten iron, its heart formed under unimaginable pressure. And he saw the truth: the diamond was alive. Not alive in the way of animals or plants, but alive as the Earth is alive. Conscious, ancient, growing. A crystalline memory of the planet itself. Stumbling back, Arlo gasped for breath, his body trembled. The knowledge he had just glimpsed was too vast, too deep. Mikhail was waiting. When Arlo emerged from the fissure, the old man stared hard at him. "You saw it," Mikhail said. Arlo nodded, unable to speak. "We buried it again for a reason," Mikhail said. We feared what it would do. The men who took samples, they changed. Some disappeared. Others,